Imagine this. You wake up late, your phone is buzzing with notifications, your boss is already asking where you are, traffic is jammed, and even your coffee spills on your shirt. Stress everywhere. And in that moment, you feel like the world is against you. But here's the truth. Calmness is not a gift. It's a skill. A skill you can train, sharpen, and master. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to stay calm when everything around you feels stressful. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was working on a big project. Deadlines were tight, my laptop kept freezing, and my internet connection was slower than a turtle. I remember sitting there, frustrated, ready to throw my computer out the window. But then I stopped. I took a deep breath, walked away for 5 minutes, and came back with a clear head. Guess what? The problem wasn't as big as I thought. That day taught me something powerful. Stress will always exist, but my reaction is my choice. So in this video, I'll share with you practical techniques, real-life examples, and even some funny stories that will help you stay calm when life feels like chaos. By the end, you'll have a toolkit of strategies you can use anytime, whether you're stuck in traffic, dealing with a tough boss, or just trying to survive everyday life. Before we dive into techniques, let's understand what stress really is. Because if you know how stress works inside your body and mind, you'll know how to fight it. Knowledge is power, and in this case, knowledge is calmness. Stress is not just in your head, it's in your body. When something stressful happens, your brain sends signals to release hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals prepare you to fight or run away. That's why your heart beats faster, your breathing gets shallow, and your muscles tense up. It's called the fight-or-flight response. The problem? Your brain doesn't know the difference between a lion chasing you and your boss sending you an angry email. To your body, both feel like danger. Think about it. You're stuck in traffic, late for work. Your brain acts like you're in a jungle being hunted. But instead of running, you're just sitting in your car, sweating, gripping the steering wheel. That's why stress feels so overwhelming. It's your body reacting to modern problems with ancient survival instincts. So why do we lose calmness so quickly? Because our brains are wired to focus on threats. Thousands of years ago, this kept us alive. But today, it makes us overreact to small things. A slow internet connection feels like a disaster. A negative comment online feels like an attack. Our brain magnifies problems, and we forget that most of them are not life or death. I remember once I was editing a video and my software crashed 3 times. I felt like throwing my laptop out the window, but then I realized this is not a lion, this is just bad software. My reaction was bigger than the problem. That's the trap of stress. We give small problems big reactions. Now that you understand the science, here's the good news. Calmness is trainable. Just like you train your muscles in the gym, you can train your brain to stay calm. And in the next part, I'll show you practical techniques that actually work in real life. Now that we understand stress and why we lose calmness, let's talk about solutions. Here are powerful techniques you can use to stay calm, even when life feels like chaos. Your breath is the remote control for your nervous system. When stress hits, your breathing gets fast and shallow. To fight back, slow it down. Try the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. It's like pressing the reset button on your brain. I once had a heated argument with a friend. My heart was racing, I was ready to say things I'd regret. Instead, I stepped outside, did 3 rounds of 4-7-8 breathing, and came back calm. The fight turned into a conversation. Breathing saved the friendship. Stress makes us react instantly, but calmness comes from pausing. Count to 10 before you respond. It sounds simple, but it works. One time, I received a nasty comment online. My first instinct was to clap back with sarcasm, but I paused, counted to 10, and realized this person doesn't deserve my energy. I deleted the comment and moved on. Calmness 1. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 days, 5 months, 5 years? Most stress disappears when you zoom out. I once missed a bus and thought my day was ruined. But in 5 years, will I even remember that bus? Nope. Perspective makes small problems shrink. Stress builds up in your body. Move it out. Walk, stretch, exercise. Even a 10-minute walk can reset your mood. During a stressful workday, I walked around the block, listening to music. Came back with fresh energy. Sometimes the best solution is movement. Create daily habits that keep you grounded. Journaling, meditation, gratitude lists. These routines build emotional muscles. I started writing 3 things I'm grateful for every night. At first, it felt silly, but after a month, I noticed I was calmer, less reactive. Gratitude rewired my brain. Your phone is a stress machine. Notifications, news, endless scrolling. Turn them off. Protect your calmness. I once turned off all notifications for a week. At first, I felt disconnected, but then I realized I was calmer, more focused, and less anxious. Silence is powerful. Laugh at the situation. Humor breaks stress instantly. If you can't change the problem, change your reaction. My Wi-Fi once crashed during an important meeting. Instead of panicking, I joked, "Looks like the universe wants me to meditate." Everyone laughed, tension gone. Carry something that reminds you to stay calm. A bracelet, a quote card, even a sticker. When stress hits, look at it. It's a mental anchor. I keep a small stone in my pocket. Whenever I feel stressed, I hold it and remind myself, stay grounded. It sounds simple, but it works. Stress is often about the story we tell ourselves. Change the story. Change the feeling. Instead of, "I'm stuck in traffic," say, "I have extra time to listen to music." I once reframed a stressful delay at the airport as bonus reading time. Suddenly, it wasn't stress. It was opportunity. Calmness is built in small doses. Take 30 seconds to breathe, stretch, or smile throughout the day. These micro moments add up. I started doing 30-second breathing breaks every hour. It felt tiny, but after a week, I noticed I was calmer overall. Small habits, house big results. These techniques are simple, but powerful. The secret is practice. Calmness is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. And in the next part, I'll share stories and funny examples that show how these techniques work in real life. We've talked about techniques, but let's make it real. Calmness isn't just theory. It's something you practice in everyday life. So let me share some stories and funny scenarios that show how staying calm can change everything. One morning, I was rushing to work. I grabbed my coffee, ran out the door, and boom, it spilled all over my shirt. My first reaction? Panic, anger, stress. But then I laughed. I thought, well, at least my shirt smells like caramel latte now. That small shift turned a disaster into a joke. Humor saved my calmness. We've all been there, waiting for a video to load while the Wi-Fi crawls slower than a snail. I used to get furious, but one day I decided to reframe it. Instead of yelling at the router, I used the time to stretch, breathe, and even write down ideas. The Wi-Fi didn't change, but my reaction did. Calmness is about control, not circumstances. Traffic is the ultimate test of patience. I remember being stuck for 2 hours, late for a meeting. My stress level was sky high. But then I thought, I can't move the cars, but I can move my mind. I turned on a podcast, learned something new, and arrived calmer than expected. Stress turned into education. One time, I got a harsh email from my boss. My first instinct was to reply instantly with defensive words, but I paused. I waited an hour, calmed down, and then wrote a professional response. The result? Respect instead of conflict. Calmness protected my career. Relationships test our calmness more than anything. I once had a heated argument with someone I loved. Instead of shouting back, I walked away, breathed, and came back with a softer tone. The fight turned into a conversation. Calmness saved the relationship. Picture this. You're at the grocery store, and the person in front of you has 50 coupons, arguing with the cashier. Stress builds, but instead of exploding, imagine turning it into a comedy show in your head. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Coupon Olympics. Humor transforms frustration into entertainment. Your phone hits 1% battery in the middle of the day, panic mode activated. But here's the truth. The world won't end. Calmness means accepting that sometimes you'll survive without scrolling Instagram for an hour. Spoiler, you'll be fine. I once tried cooking pasta and forgot to add salt. It tasted like cardboard. Instead of stressing, I laughed and called it diet pasta. Calmness means accepting imperfection with humor. As you can see, calmness isn't about avoiding stress, it's about transforming it. Every situation can be reframed, laughed at, or turned into a lesson. And the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. So here's the truth. Stress will never disappear. Life will always throw challenges at you: traffic jams, angry emails, relationship arguments, unexpected bills. But calmness is not about removing stress. It's about transforming it. It's about choosing your reaction instead of letting the situation choose it for you. Think of calmness as a superpower. Imagine walking through chaos while everyone else is panicking, and you're steady, focused, and peaceful. That's not magic. It's practice. Every time you pause, breathe, laugh, or reframe a situation, you're training your calmness muscle. And the more you train it, the stronger it gets. Next time your Wi-Fi crashes, instead of screaming, say, "Perfect, the universe wants me to meditate." Next time your coffee spills, say, "Great, now I smell delicious." Next time traffic traps you, say, "Awesome, I finally have time to listen to that podcast." Calmness is about turning problems into punchlines. If this video helped you, subscribe for more self-improvement tips. I share practical strategies, funny stories, and real lessons to help you build discipline.